All right, little bro, welcome back. It has now been 6 months of no contact between you and your ex. And I'm assuming, this video is gonna assume that it's true no contact, all right? So you haven't been liking posts, you haven't been viewing her story, you've given her zero validation, you have not interacted, you haven't accidentally ran into her in public or anything like that, okay? Assuming all of that, the 6-month mark, and I'll even say the 7-month mark are the exact same. Two things. Number one, she's probably in a relationship or a rebound, okay? And it's real difficult to know which one, but here's where you start to understand. If she makes it 7 months, give yourself a little bit of leeway here. If she makes it 7 months with this new guy, and that's 7 months from the start of their relationship, not from the start of no contact, 7 months with this new guy, it's a relationship. It's no longer a rebound. If it was a rebound, then they're one of the rare couples that did make a rebound last longer than usual. Now here's the deal. Just because it lasts longer than usual does not mean it's still going to last. It just means it has the potential to last, obviously, longer. The odds of this still lasting a year are very freaking slim. Several exes, several of them. Just go online and look at any random thread and you'll see tons of people who, after 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and even a year or two, have gotten back together with an ex. Just because out of the blue, out of absolutely nowhere, they seem to text you like right when you get over them. That's the thing, right when you actually get over them, you've let them go, you're focused on your life, you have legitimately damn near forgot about them. Guess who frickin' texts you the next day? And that, hey, I'll be damned if that's not how it happens. Like, really. There is something so interesting about how a woman can sense that your energy has just dissipated and then reach out and say, hey, what's up? Like they didn't feel that severed connection from their soul. You know what I mean? You probably still want hope, or you're just looking for a way to let go. And here's the deal. If you want to let go, it is absolutely fine. I'm still telling you there's a chance. The chances that her relationship actually lasts, whether it's a real one or whether it's a rebound, are still slim. The odds of her reaching out to you when that relationship fizzles or damn near ends is still climbing every single day you are in no contact, even if it's been 6 months. Because the emotional pressure that you have built up inside of her between you two, that amount of tension is still there. He is just distracting her from it. At the 6-month mark, the 7-month mark, she is either legitimately giving this relationship a try, or this relationship is about to end. You just can't see it yet. And newsflash for the new guy, he probably can't see it yet either. Because most rebounds, most of these relationships, situationships that a woman jumps to immediately after you end within 6 months. And I told you to give it 7 just in case he was actually some charming guy, or maybe he was high status or something like that. But here's the deal, they don't ever last. Even if they make it to the 7-month mark, the odds of them actually building a healthy, strong bond are very slim. And it has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the fact that she moved to him, tried to build that relationship on emotional volatility, on the fact that she still wasn't over you, her ex, which is pretty much everyone's nightmare, and validation. The odds of them actually lasting are going to be very, very slim. Now look, if she jumped into a relationship with him, something like, let's say 3-4 months after you guys have broken up, it's probably a legitimate relationship because those months are needed to get over somebody. And even if she still has feelings for you, she's going to give this new relationship a try. And if it's lasted this long, if you want my personal opinion, that's probably what they're trying to do. Because by the 7-month mark, all right, if she still has not broken things off with him, then it's probably an actual relationship. And like I said, rebounds, situationships, they typically don't last that long. That's how you know. So what is she thinking? Is she thinking about you? Well, again, the answer depends on whether or not this is a legitimate relationship or situationship. If she has legitimately dealt with her feelings for you and the relationship, which if she's healthy, she will in the first 1, 2, 3 months. If she has not and jumps to this guy immediately after or shortly after, then you are still in the back of her mind and this relationship is probably about to end. The closer it comes to ending, the more you move from her subconscious to her conscious level. You will cease to be that ghost in her room and you'll be that person she secretly scrolls and stalks on Instagram. She'll secretly wonder if you've moved on. She'll secretly be thinking about you. She'll secretly be watching your follower count, whether it goes up or down. She'll secretly be watching your stories, or not so secretly watching your stories, and you'll know she's keeping tabs on you because, hey, this door might be closing soon, and I still want to know if the door between you and me is still open. That's why she sends out little breadcrumb messages like, hey, here's what I mean by a low-risk text that she's more than likely going to send you around this time if her new situationship is dying out, if her new rebound is dying out. It'll look something like, hey. It'll look something like, how you been? Or are you still alive? Those low-risk texts are low risk for a reason, because if you respond coldly, like you hate her, or just flat out ignore her, then guess what? She'll be hurt by that, but she won't be nearly as hurt as if she sent you a high-risk text. And a high-risk text is something like, I missed you, I've been thinking about you lately, do you still think about us? Anything like that. Even if she's feeling that, even if she's thinking that, right? She's not going to send that to you, or odds are she's not, because if you blow up at her for that or ignore that text, it's gonna hurt so much more than if she were just to text you, hey, and you ignore that, right? Because one is a complete invalidation of her feelings, and the other is just ignoring her. One hurts a lot more than the other. That's why they send these low-risk, low-level texts. Don't be offended by them. Their guard is just up because they don't want you to hurt them. That's all that means. There's nothing wrong with texting her back, saying something real simple, like, hey, hope you've been well. I've been great. Don't give her any emotion. Let her start to chase you, because odds are she's going to continue initiating the conversations. She's going to continue chasing that conversation, asking you personal questions like, so how have you been? So what's she thinking and feeling at that point in time is almost solely about whether or not she's in an actual relationship or a situationship with another guy. If it's a situationship, which is your best interest, then it's going to be something like she's starting to miss you, she's starting to wonder about you, she's going to start stalking your profile. It's because you keep moving to the forefront of her consciousness. So what should you be doing? By now, you should have let go. This is not the time for you to be stalking her profile, looking at her stories, pondering, yeah, but if she hasn't messaged me in 6 months, I need to reach out because she'll forget about me. None of that's true. None of that matters. I'm telling you, there are still plenty of exes that still reach out after months of silence, okay? She's just distracted by her situationship. And yeah, if it is an actual relationship, and it could be, the odds of that relationship actually lasting until marriage, you and I both know, are low. Even if it's a legitimate relationship, even if they legitimately love each other, the odds are that relationship still doesn't work out. You should still be in the gym. At 6 months, you should be consistent. You should have lost, I don't know how many pounds. You should have gained at least a pound of muscle. You should be looking definitely different, definitely better, so that every single time she stalks your profile, and she's probably checked, even if she's in a legitimate relationship with this guy, odds are, female nature is, she's checked at least once. And what you want her to see is you completely unbothered by all of this. You're not uploading these passive-aggressive stories to your Insta. You're not uploading these snaps, desperately trying to get a girl's attention. Like, all of that is just weakness. That's what little boys do. That's not what men do. All of that has to stop. What you should be doing at the 6-month mark is moving on with your life. She has to understand deeply at that point, she has to believe that you're hanging by a little bitty thread in her life and that you have all the power to cut it. And that's going to make her curious, and that curiosity is what makes her reach out, is what makes her think about you. Along with the emotional bond you two had, that curiosity is what will create that yearning inside of her, that longing after a few months, and only after a few months, for her to reach back out to you again. It's definitely not hopeless. 6-month mark, you need to be moving on with your life. It is not because she's never coming back. It's because that's a hell of a long time to sit around and wait for somebody, okay? You need to be going out dating other girls, preferably not publicly. Have some discretion about these things. Level up, stay in the gym. If you've made it this far and you've gone true no contact, then you have done what the vast majority, what 99% of men simply cannot do, which is to detach, to let go, even if you still love her, even if you still have hope that she's coming back, even if that's what you want. And that's absolutely fine. And it's absolutely possible, okay? You still need to detach, you still need to let go, and you still need to live your life, all right? I'll see you in the next one, little bro. You got this.